Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Aset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Well, you guys know I always say if you have to ask anyone, you may as well ask an Aquarius. So today, Tammy asked us a question. So we're going to read the letter, and I'm going to tell Tammy what I think, okay? All right. I've been seeing this Aquarius man for 7 months now. We text every day, sometimes all day long. Other days, not as much. When we are together, it is perfect. We laugh, sing, act silly. We have very hot sex. It is the best sex. He says he really likes me, and I really like him. But I don't think he truly is into me the way I'm into him. I don't know anything about him, and he don't ask me questions about my life. I am sad and frustrated with him. When I get mad, then he blames me for not putting effort into it. What should I do? Well, Tammy, let me tell you this part. First of all, the first thing you should do is consider not having friends with benefits. I done told y'all about them friends with benefits and those situationships. This is a classic situationship. Consider not having situationships. Consider not having sex at all for 90 days and then deciding if you want to have a relationship with this person or not. And you both, of course, have to agree with this. But consider that. Because if you wait 90 days and have a friendship where you talk, where you laugh, where you act silly, where you do talk about yourselves, where you go out to eat, where you do things, where the person courts you, and you're kind of courting them too, really, you're really courting each other. But that kind of thing for 90 days, and then maybe decide to have a open relationship or a monogamous relationship and see where it goes. I recommend that. That generally works better than jumping into and I'm not saying you jumped into bed with him because I don't know how long you were friends before you guys actually started to have sex. But you put the cart before the horse when you start to have sex before you have a relationship. So what I'm saying is get it time, number one, and get the relationship going before you start to have sex. Get to know them. And he should know about you. You should know about him before you start to have sex. That's the first thing I see here. Because whenever somebody sends me a letter like that, a lot of times that's the first issue. So now it's 7 months later. Now it's too late. You've already done the deed. So it's like, what now? Well, first of all, if he's not asking you questions about your life and he's not revealing anything about his life, those are big warning signs. The first warning sign is that what the heck is he keeping from you about his life? He's Aquarius. It depends. If he's a dark Aquarius, he could be hiding a whole family, a whole nother life, you know? If he's a light Aquarius, he might just want to, keep his business low key until he gets to know you. But after sleeping with somebody for 7 months, we usually know them well enough that we'll start to reveal little things about ourselves. That's why I said it's a red flag. It's a red flag that something is going on that you are not being told. Then he doesn't ask you about yourself. That lets you know it's just a sex thing. If a man is really into you, or a woman is really into you, they talk about themselves and they also ask you, about your day, about your life, about your family. I've had people who were just trying to talk to me who constantly would ask me those kind of questions. So him not doing that is a sign that this is just a physical thing for him. Then you said that he blames it on you, which is classic gaslighting. Again, not a good sign, because this is the sign of a mental and emotional abuser and the sign of a narcissist. So people like this, they blame everything on you and they make you think that you're crazy for your feelings. So at worst, they are abusers, at least they're very inconsiderate and not self-aware either if he doesn't see his own actions. So he blames it on you and throws it back. But he knows full well that he has not told you anything about himself. He knows full well that he's not asking you about yourself, and he knows full well that this is a sex thing for him. And it's okay if he wasn't pretending like, oh, I really like you. Now, you even mentioned you guys have some you said you had some fun. You had laughter. You would sing together. You said that you felt like it was perfect and the sex was great. I think that sex is what's fucking you up. I do. And I've been there. That when I saw the perfect, I was like, that's what it is right there. That sex is messing you up. Because whenever you're having sex with somebody, you're constantly bonding with them, and your hormones and your chemicals and everything is, blending all together. And if it's great sex and you having really great orgasms and going to the moon, that is what has you in this space. Because I guarantee you, if he wasn't good in bed, you wouldn't have put up with him for 7 months. Guaranteed. Not asking you about yourself, not telling you about himself. If his sex game was trash, you would have kissed him. You would have kicked him to the curb a long time ago if his game was trash. That sex game is what got you caught up, because you know this man is just in the sex thing. You know this man is not giving you what somebody would give you if they really were into you. And the reason why I know that you know that is because you asked me the question. Whenever somebody asks me a question, especially like this, they already know the answer. They just don't like the answer. So this is a sex thing for him, and you're caught up with the sex, which is natural because that's what happens during sex. Sex bonds people. That's why I said consider not doing situationships anymore, because it bonds you to a person that's not yours. It bonds you to a person who's probably never going to be yours. But at least if you had did it the other way, you could say up front, okay, we're going to do this. Up front, we're going to have this relationship. And in most cases, if you talk to the person about your thoughts and your feelings beforehand, they're going to be down with it. If you had told him beforehand, let's have 90 days of just platonic, no sex, getting to know each other and see if we want to have an open or a monogamous relationship. A person who really wants to see what's up with you is going to say yes. A person that doesn't is not going to want to do so, and you let them go because that's not the right person for you anyway. So that's what's happening here. You are addicted to the sex. And sex addiction, in my opinion, especially when it's very hot, great sex, is something that gets us into a lot of trouble. So this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be honest with yourself. You are in a relationship, a physical situationship, let's call it that. You're in a situationship, a physical situationship that at this time is not going anywhere. You know that, and I know that. So you need to talk to him. You need to communicate with him and tell him that you really would like to have more than what you have. And you said in other times when you've spoken to him, he's blamed you for not putting effort into it. So I would have the conversation with him and ask him about is this situation, can it go somewhere? And accept his answer. If he says no, then it's no. Stop seeing him, stop sleeping with him, and move on. Okay? If he says yes, but doesn't do anything, then the answer is still no. So the bottom line is that if he doesn't want what you want, it's time to move on. My friend used to always tell me, I stay too long at the fair, meaning I hang on too long. In this case, you're staying too long at the fair. You done rode the rides. You done got your stuffed animal. It's time to go home. Okay? So if he doesn't want to do anything more than this, and you will know from what he says to you, then it's time to move on. And 9 times out of 10, it'll probably take a little bit of time because you'll linger with this for a while, because you're enjoying the sex. So you're going to linger with it for a little bit of time. But if I were you, I would move on. Because you said you're already sad and frustrated. After a while, you're going to be in a full-blown depression. And this is, like I said, situationships. This is usually where it goes. This is where it goes. So the only thing you can do is discuss with him. Does he want it to go any further? Is there a potential here? Can we make this into something real? And go from there. Okay? I hope that helps you, Tammy. Best of luck. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So, if you would like to send me a love donation, I will leave my PayPal. Thank you for the love donations, by the way. If you want to send me a gift, please feel free. I'll leave my Amazon wish list. If you would like me to answer a free general question, email me. I'll leave my email. If you want a tarot, an oracle card reading, then please email me for an appointment. Likewise, if you want to hit me up on social media, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. And I think that's it. Oh, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Any video you like, give me a thumbs up. And pass it on to somebody else that needs to hear that information, okay? Thanks, guys. See you later.